One thing I miss going from my Sony Full Frame Cameras to the lovely Fujifilm X100V is a good grip. I think these thumb rests may help. Let's check them out. Hi, this is David of Tech for Bubba, a channel I share my experiences on how technology enhances my time with kids and family as a dad. If this is your first time here, welcome. Please consider subscribing to the channel. In today's video, let's try out these 4 thumb rests for the X100V and see how well they add a better grip to my camera. At the end, I'll share my thoughts on which one works best for me. Let's go over them from the most affordable to the most expensive. So first up is this JJC Deluxe metal thumb up grip for $22 US. Came in this thin white box protected by foam. It's metal, and this one has a bright silver finish. There's a black one as well. The listing says it also works on the XE4, XE3, and older X100V cameras. It's the longest one of the bunch at 6.5 centimeters, and the grip is relatively shallow at just 0.6 centimeters. There's a little silicone pad in the back of the grip to not scratch the camera body, which I appreciate. There's a patch of black microfiber accent on the top, and a small subtle logo and model number printed in white. Like all the other thumb rests, it slides into the X100V's hot shoe mount smoothly. First thing I notice is the silver on the thumb rest is lighter and brighter, so it's not as good of a match. I do like how the arm is slim, so it doesn't block the shutter and ISO wheel too much. It still blocks it a little bit, but I can still grab the wheel. It doesn't block the buttons and the back wheel, but it does make them a little harder to use for me. Overall, this thumb rest does do what it's supposed to do. It adds more grip for me. Next is the Haoge THB-XS thumb up rest for $25 US. I'll have links to all of them in the description below, by the way. This one came in this rather large blue box inside a plastic bag on top of a foam. It's beefier than the JJC. All metal, and the silver finish is darker, which should match the silver X100V better. There's a version in black just like the others, but there's also a red one for those who like a pop of color. The listing says it also works with XE4, X100V, X Pro 2, and X Pro 3 cameras. It's the shortest of the bunch at only 5.4 centimeters long. The grip is deeper though than the JJC at 1 centimeter. There's no padding in the back to protect rubbing against the camera, and the logo and model number are printed and hidden under the hot shoe mount. It slides into the X100V's hot shoe nicely. The finish does indeed match the silver X100V better. The arm sits higher, so the buttons and the back wheel are not blocked. They're easier to get to than when the JJC thumb rest is on. The problem with this thumb rest though is it completely blocks my thumb from accessing the shutter wheel, so it's very difficult to turn. Like the others, it does do what it's supposed to do, which is to add a better grip. Costing about $8 more at $33 is the YC Onion metal hot shoe thumb up rest. It comes in this brown box inside a bubble wrap bag. It's also all metal, pretty light like the JJC, with a slightly darker silver finish. Its length is in between the JJC and the Haoge at 6 centimeters. The grip is much larger and deeper at 1.2 centimeter. There's a pad in the back to protect the surface of the camera, and there's some text printed under the hot shoe and a very subtle logo printed on the arm. It slides into the X100V hot shoe smoothly. The color matches, perhaps just a tad darker than the X100V. The arm angles down around the shutter wheel, so my thumb can still get to the wheel. It still makes the wheel harder to turn, but it's the easiest to operate out of the 3 so far, even though the angled down arm is very close to cover the AE lock button. It sits very low and flush, so I could still press the button easily. Wow, the arm is actually tapered down on the bottom to make this happen. Nice. And just like the others, it adds grip to the X100V. Thanks to its bigger and deeper grip, this is the best grip so far out of the three. Of course, one big downside about all these grips is they add a little extra bulk to the very sleek and compact X100V. Lastly, the Lensmate LM X100V thumb grip. It's much more expensive at $60. For that price, it does come in a nicer black box with a silver Lensmate logo. It sits on top of a cutout felt cover foam. It's all metal just like the others, but all the edges are rounded out smoothly and the shade of silver is closest to the X100V. There's a black version as well. The model number is nicely etched into the top of the thumb rest. It's about 5.7 centimeters long, and the grip is very large and deep at about 1.2 centimeters. The large grip also has a large silicone pad to make it less slippery. It is much beefier on the top and tapers off towards the bottom. Very comfortable for my thumb to rest on. The silicone pad in the back to protect the camera body is also the largest of them all. There's even a pad under the hot shoe to protect the hot shoe mount. But what really makes the Lensmate thumb grip special is the arm folds out of the way. There are two harder stops, but it could stay folded anywhere in between two. It slides easily into the X100V's hot shoe as expected and has the best firm fit, probably due to the protective silicone for the contacts on the bottom of the hot shoe. The color matches the X100V perfectly. When unfolded, it doesn't block the buttons, but does block the shutter wheel and the back wheel. What makes it work well is I can easily fold the arm away to get to them, as if the thumb rest is not there. And it certainly does the job of adding a better grip to the X100V when the arm is unfolded, especially with the added silicone pad on the large grip. I love designs like this, both functional and good looking. Oh, and check out this cute shutter button from Lensmate. They also have one with a seahorse in blue and many others. By the way, I was lucky enough to get this refurbished X100V a few weeks ago. You can see the unboxing and why I got the X100V in the video link here and below in the description. I'm having such a great time exploring accessories for it. I'll be sharing my thoughts on lens hoods or filters for weather sealing and a hand grip next. So subscribe to the channel if you want to hear about my journey with the X100V, among other techs that help me enjoy and capture life with my wife and kids. Back to the thumb rests. So which one is my favorite? If it's not obvious yet, it's this Lensmate thumb grip. It's the best of both worlds. It adds the much better grip I was looking for, and I can fold it away and get to the buttons and wheels when needed. It's also made well with great quality materials. All the goodness does come at a cost, but I think this one is worth it if it's within your budget. Now, if budget is limited, I think the cheapest JJC thumb grip can improve the grip. If the budget allows, I would skip the Haoge and get the YC Onion thumb rest for $11 more. But for the best, Lensmate is it for me. Thanks for watching. If you find any part of this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Which thumb rest do you like or use? Or do you prefer not to add any bulk to the sleek X100V? I'd love to know what accessories you end up getting in the comment section below. If you want to see more videos on how technology can enhance our life with kids and family, please subscribe and turn on the bell to be notified when I put out my next video. I'll see you in the next one. Until then, remember to cherish each moment.